coming up at 6.
Mishawaka's newest downtown park has only been open a few months, but downtown businesses say they can already feel the economic boost.
A high school holiday show will go on as planned, even amid big controversy and a possible lawsuit.
And a roundabout is replacing one of South Bend's busiest intersections. We're taking a look at the plans.
First, fast, accurate, with Jennifer Copeland and Rick Schutt. You're watching WSBT 22 News at 6.
About 20,000 cars pass through the intersection at Olive and Sample Streets each day, and that intersection is about to get a big upgrade.
It is, Rick. I want to show you exactly what we're talking about. This is Olive right here, Sample right here, and this is right here on the city's southwest side. And 2 years from now, there will not be a stoplight there. The city is putting in a roundabout in that area, and it'll go right above where the railroad tracks are, right here in this place that you see right there. WSBT 22's Kelly Stopsinski is looking into how much this will cost you and why the city's doing this. Kelly, let's start with the why.
Jennifer, the city's public works director says 2 support structures that are underneath Olive and Sample are old and need replaced. So engineers wondered if they could do that and put in a roundabout. The studies they've done say yes. When we asked Thomas Schwenk how he feels about a roundabout at Sample and Olive Streets,
that's news to me.
The Sample Street forklift repair business owner's initial reaction was cost.
$13 million just for this corner. It's a lot of money.
And then,
I'm not convinced that a roundabout solves any problems.
Public Works Director Eric Horvath says the project will cost more than an intersection with a stoplight, but should save taxpayer money in the long run because there won't be traffic light maintenance or electricity costs. Plus,
the roundabout will be safer, it'll be easier to move traffic. Traffic will flow better.
More cruising is better than stopping.
You can see the overpass from the Lippert Components building that sits just to the east. And the city actually says it's developing and designing the roundabout to help with heavy truck traffic from companies like LCI that use that intersection. Some people who live and work nearby say they're still not convinced a roundabout is necessary.
I think that it may help to slow down the traffic a little bit. It goes through here.
But Schwenk and others who don't have a choice in the matter say they now have no choice but to wait and see how it turns out. And they will be waiting a while. Construction is slated to begin in March, and it should last about 18 months. Olive will be closed some of that time, and Sample is supposed to be open to 1 lane of traffic in each direction. As for the $13 million price tag, the state is actually paying 80% of that, and your tax dollars in St. Joseph County and South Bend are covering the rest. At the live desk, I'm Kelly Stopsinski, WSBT 22 News.
Kelly, thank you. The last school district in our area welcomes students to a new year today. Cassopolis Public Schools are now back in session. Here's a look at students wrapping up the day at Sam Adams Elementary School. Buchanan Middle School students still have a few days of summer break. Now, the school was hit by thieves last month, and that delayed the start of school until Monday. First Alert meteorologist Matt Rudkin is here, and a pretty nice day for some of those kids to go back to school today.
A little cloudy, but then they can focus in the classroom, right? Yeah. 70s right now across the area. It's 74 in South Bend and Benton Harbor, St. Joseph, 72, Michigan City, 73 in Elkhart, 75, Goshen and Warsaw. Here's a live look. If you're not seeing sun yet, you will. Hang in there. Picture perfect. And Harbor Country up there in St. Joseph, nothing but sunshine and clear skies. It is coming. So I know those of you in Plymouth, Warsaw, Goshen, still seeing the clouds. That will change here in the coming hours. So this evening, temperatures fall quick. The clouds are decreasing because of dry air. And as you know, dry air cools fast once the sun goes down. Around 62 when you join us again at 11. We'll be well into the 50s for the first time in about 2 weeks. Later tonight, we're going to talk about the very cool temperatures heading our way this weekend. But if you're not a fan of that, maybe you're holding on to summer. You're like Rick Schutt. You're going to like next week. We've got a warm-up on the way. I'll have all the details coming up.
He does really like summer, doesn't he, Matt? Thank you. In just 3 months, roughly 100,000 people have visited the renovated Central Park in Mishawaka. WSBT 22's Zach Crenshaw is live near that downtown park right now. And Zach, the city says the park is having more than just an entertainment impact. Where are you? You look like you're having fun.
That's funny. She's like literally like she's gonna...
Yeah, I am pretty high right now, Jennifer. And like you mentioned, the park is a ton of fun. New tennis courts, new basketball courts, a splash pad, and this red rope spider web thing I'm on now with my new friends, Nick and Rami. Say hi, guys.
Hi!
But Mayor Dave Wood says it's more than just the fun we're having. The local park is actually boosting the economy. Wood says developers have mentioned the park as one of the reasons they're investing millions into Mishawaka. Wood also says the park is bringing people into downtown and helping local businesses. One cafe we talked to says they've noticed more customers since the park opened in July. The city has spent $5 million in the park already, and Mayor Wood told us they're continuing to try and improve.
I think it'll be a work in progress. We're looking at, the possibility of concessions. We're looking at the possibility of, maybe a Wi-Fi hotspot. We're looking at maybe introducing new features such as zip lines over time. I mean, that's being discussed.
We're going to start. Yeah, bro.
About a second.
Oh, 60.
Mayor Wood also told me the city will be installing security cameras and call buttons to make sure people feel safe when they're out here walking, jogging, families are out here. And another cool thing they're doing, they had to cut down some trees, but they're salvaging the lower half of those trees and having sculptures made out of them. So just a lot of fun, cool things going on in this park. And as you heard Mayor Wood just say, they have more things in store down the line. Reporting above Mishawaka, Zach Crenshaw, WSBT 22 News.
All right, thanks, Zach. Be careful up there. Well, a gas leak prompted some restaurants to evacuate at lunchtime today. Fire crews in NIPSCO were called to the corridor along Main Street near Day. That's after restaurant employees reported feeling dizzy. One person was sent to the hospital. Paramedics say their carbon monoxide detector recorded high levels of the gas. Zoop, CC's Pizza, and Noodles & Company were all evacuated during the investigation. NIPSCO believes a water heater was the source of the leak. The businesses all reopened, though, this afternoon. And carbon monoxide is being blamed for killing a man in Rochester. The Fulton County coroner says 48-year-old Bradley Sherwin of Peru, Indiana, was found dead inside a car of an apparent suicide. He was found Monday night in the parking lot of a closed Mexican restaurant on Main Street. Well, new at 6, this Knox woman is now home safe. Stark County police say they found 22-year-old Bonnie Baxter today. We're told that she wanted to leave her husband when she disappeared last week, but again, she has been found.
The Elkhart County prosecutor will now decide if charges should be filed against the person who called in a threat to the Lerner Theater. Staff at the Lerner reported last week they had received a voicemail threatening a mass murder at the next concert. The suspect is in custody on an unrelated charge. The annual holiday show at Concord High School will continue despite controversy. Now, the live nativity scene is in question after the Wisconsin-based Freedom from Religion Foundation called that scene illegal. The superintendent is standing behind the district, saying it is not breaking the law. A Notre Dame legal expert says public schools are allowed to have religious elements, but it cannot pressure a student into participating in a program.
And what courts ask is, does this program, does the school, to the reasonable observer, seem to be endorsing or establishing a religion?
The group that called the district's actions illegal is not able to sue Concord directly. It can only represent those who potentially come forward wanting to sue.
Well, the Indiana Department of Transportation is looking into just how safe these concrete barriers are along State Road 120. An Elkhart homeowner installed them to stop cars from crashing into his property. Here's the problem. The home sits along a curve, which is just west of County Road 17. Drivers are missing the curve, and they end up in the homeowner's yard or even his home. NDOT says drivers need to pay attention on the road.
Most of these crashes are most likely happening because drivers are going too fast. They're not following the posted speed limit. They're not paying attention to the signs. They're not being good drivers. And that really is unfortunate and certainly something that we can't control.
NDOT is looking into whether these barriers are on the homeowner's property or on the state's right-of-way. NDOT has recently added more signs to warn drivers of the curve.
You know, it's something we don't like to think about, but accidents do happen. A new program is teaching kids how to save themselves in dangerous situations. That's all new at 6.
And it's starting to feel like fall. Matt says those temperatures are dropping quickly. The First Alert forecast next.
Now, your accurate First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist Matt Rudkin.
Sun shining in some spots.
Yeah. Finally breaking through. It's been sunny in southwest Michigan for a bit, and now it's starting to show in northern Indiana. Here's Plymouth. You can see the blue sky now filtering in. That's the drier and cooler air that will make its way to the surface. You can finally open up your windows and enjoy much drier air moving in right now. Temperatures are going to cool quickly. About 50 degrees tonight or into the 50s. That's the coolest we've been in about 2 weeks. This weekend, though, we're well into the 40s, but by next week, we warm right back up. So this cool snap doesn't last too long. Here, let me step out of the way so you can find your hometown, or at least close to your hometown, and notice sunshine basically US 6 northward, seeing quite a bit now. Still some clouds in our southern counties, but everyone sees clear skies in the coming hours. It's 74 at the airport. The dew point now 63. That number keeps dropping. That's an indication that the air is becoming very dry, especially relative to what it's been. Comfort meter, 52 is the dew point tonight, way below what we consider comfortable, around 60 degrees. So it's going to be nice and dry here for the coming several days. Dew point 63 in South Bend, but 40s as close as Chicago's O'Hare Airport, 43 at Madison's Airport. That's really dry air, and it's filtering right into our region. It's taking a toll on the clouds. Notice how they're just fizzling out. So if you are seeing some clouds, again, you're going to see lots of clear skies through the evening and overnight hours. Down south, in front of the cold front that went through yesterday, they're dealing with quite a bit of rain, and the entire state of Kentucky dealing with quite a bit of rain into West Virginia as well. Here at home, notice temperatures seasonable. We should be in the upper 70s, and that's exactly where we are right now. There's the cold front, hot and humid in front of it. Behind it, cooler with high pressure. High pressure almost always means quiet weather, and that's going to be the case, except we live next to a great lake. And this time of year, when you get the cooler temperatures over the lake, it significantly impacts weather in a very short distance, as you are all well aware who have lived here for a while. Here's Futurecast. So we're going to talk about tonight. We'll start off with short term, mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine in the morning, clouds building through lunchtime, then mostly cloudy by the afternoon as the system approaches. We'll get a couple of rain showers. A much better chance for rain Friday night or Thursday night into Friday morning. That's ahead of another boundary that will reinforce the cold air, and it will change the wind to due north. So Friday night into Saturday, Valparaiso area, for example, western LaPorte County, Gary, lots of clouds and some rain showers. Here at home, South Bend, for example, or east of there, sunshine. 55 tonight, mostly clear. Upper 70s tomorrow, more sun in the morning, more clouds in the afternoon. Again, everyone sees rain Thursday night and Friday. At 20% on Saturday is lake effect, mainly west of 35. So that would be our far western areas. Overnight lows in the 40s. Sunshine for everyone else away from the lake Saturday all the way through next week. And we warm up quickly, well into the middle 80s by next week.
Ups and downs.
Yep,
that time of year,
isn't it?
Thanks, Matt. History Museum is taking one of its pieces on the road, new at 6, where you'll be able to see this classic automobile. Next.
First to cover breaking news with Jennifer Copeland and Rick Shutt. Your accurate first alert weather forecast with meteorologist Matt Rudkin. And sports with Pete Byrne. You're watching WSBT 22 News at 6.
It is something no parent wants to live through, but every year children die from injuries that could be prevented.
Now, new at 6, a local company has developed a program to help turn that around. Safety First Days is a hands-on program that teaches students safety tips from a number of situations. WSBT 22's Ed Ernstis takes us there.
At the True Horizons complex near Milford, children are learning how to react safely in different situations. They're taking part in hands-on sessions with professionals.
We have 15-minute sessions, so they're high impact. We've tried to develop the curriculum so we can make our points very quickly. Our thought is if we can save one child's life or prevent an accident, we've accomplished our goal.
The sessions run the gamut from learning about the dangers of electricity and water safety to helping someone trapped in a grain bin accident and using lawn equipment safely.
Yeah, I think they were really excited to come today and be able to walk around and participate in the activities rather than, being in a classroom. It's definitely something new and exciting.
Organizers here say that the hands-on approach, as well as seeing actual scenarios, makes more of a lasting impression on these students, especially when it comes to safety.
The session on electricity helped to do just that.
I think it was interesting to discover electricity since I didn't really know about this a lot, and now I do, so I could be safer.
If you learn them now, you don't have as many mistakes as you're younger, and so you'll learn them, and you can also teach your kids when you have them.
If you learn it when you're younger, then it will probably stick better when you're older, and then you'll be safe for the rest of your life, and hopefully you can live longer.
Ed Ernstis, WSBT 22 News.
About 600 students from Warsaw took part in the program today. Students from Fairfield and Waunee schools will be there tomorrow.
The area's automobile history is getting some new life at the South Bend International Airport. New at 6, crews spent the morning pushing a 1918 Milburn into its new home at the airport's baggage claim area. It'll be on display there for the next 6 months, so maybe you'll get a chance to see it. The car has ties to the Milburn Wagon Company that started in Mishawaka in the 1800s. The display also celebrates the History Museum's latest exhibit, On the Move, Transportation Through the Ages. And Pete's now here for sports.
What you got?
Well, captain's talk today as the Irish get ready to hit the road to take on Virginia for their first road game of the year. We're going to talk to them. Plus, why is Notre Dame's defense going to be helpful for the offense as they prepare this week for Virginia? We'll have that answer for you when we come back.
Now, sports with Pete Byrne.
Notre Dame will play in the Commonwealth of Virginia for the first time in its 127-year history this Saturday. But this game will have a hint of familiarity for Irish fans and players alike. Now, while these two teams haven't met since 1989, Virginia's defense is run by John Tenuta, who served as defensive coordinator here at Notre Dame under Charlie Weiss in 2008 and 2009. He's known for employing aggressive, exotic defensive schemes. And why would that breed familiarity for the current Irish players? Well, Notre Dame's defensive coordinator, Brian Van Gorder, is also a master of the exotic defense. And since the Irish offense has been going up against his looks every day for the past 5 weeks, chances are they won't be caught off guard on Saturday.
Especially going against our defense, scheme-wise and personnel, we're very lucky. You know, you're not going to see a better three-tech than Sheldon Day, you know, a linebacker like Jalen Smith. We go against the best every day. And then we also see all types of fronts, all blitzes through fall camp, and that it's very helpful.
I think, you know, they both probably, you know, drink from the same well, you know. Brian and John would definitely both tell you that they would much rather be exotic and bring pressures if they could. And sometimes you're limited by certain situations, but I would say they're very similar from that respect.
Meanwhile, after starting 9 games at the receiver position the past 2 seasons, C.J. Prosise is about to make his first career start at running back this weekend. We'll take a closer look at his transformation tonight at 11. Cubs' magic number to make the postseason is down to 16, looking for a sweep of the Cardinals in St. Louis today, and they got a pitching gem from John Lester. He struck out 7 batters. Lester retired 19 of the last 20 batters that he faced. Also got a nice lift from Chris Coughlin in right field. Check this out. Coughlin chasing down a deep foul ball and makes the catch as he falls over the wall and into the seats. We'll give you another look or two. Excellent effort by Coughlin. The Cubs will turn a 3-1 lead over to the bullpen in the 8th inning, but they can't hold on to it. Stephen Piscotty sends one all the way to the wall in center. 2 runs are going to score on this double as the Cardinals take the lead. Cubs bullpen gives up 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th, and they lose 4-3, so that snaps a 5-game winning streak and a chance for the Cubs to draw even closer into the division. But they're still in great shape in the wild card position at this point as we enter in, well, a little less than 4 weeks to go in the season.
Getting close, that's for sure.
Yeah, all right, we'll be right back. Cool night tonight, huh?
Yeah, back into the 50s. First time in about 2 weeks we've been this cool. So becoming mostly clear. If you're seeing clouds, they will fizzle out pretty quickly. Upper 70s tomorrow. Morning sunshine, midday partly cloudy. More clouds by the afternoon and evening. Could see a rain shower, especially tomorrow night and Friday morning. 68 on Friday. Lake effect rain possible Saturday, mainly west of 35. So our far western areas. More clouds and a few rain showers. If you live east of 31, lots of sunshine Saturday, lasts through the weekend. Much cooler this weekend, much warmer next week.
Matt, thanks, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you again at 10 over on SBT2, and then we're back here tonight at 11.
Have a great night.